2 months ago, Uganda declared another Ebola outbreak. One confirmed case was enough to set everything in motion. A press conference, an emergency command center, and headlines around the world. It has happened before, and it will happen again. Here's a number that might surprise you. Since 1976, Ebola has killed about 15,000 people. That accounts for every outbreak in every country over almost 50 years. Now let's look at malaria. In one bad week, malaria kills about the same number of people in Africa, and most of them are children. That contrast got me thinking. Emergencies like Ebola grab our attention, rightly so. However, the causes that quietly do most of the killing almost never make the news and are not as visible. In 2021, 8.3 million people died in the WHO Africa region. That is every death from every cause at every age. Every dot on this screen stands for 1,000 people. You're looking at all 8.3 million of them at once. Health experts sort all these deaths into three big groups. The first group is infections, plus deaths linked to pregnancy, childbirth, and poor nutrition. Doctors call these communicable, maternal, perinatal, and nutritional conditions. These are the diseases of poverty, and they took 4.6 million lives. That is more than half of the total. The second group is non-communicable diseases, the ones you cannot catch from another person. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke. They took 2.9 million lives. The third group is injuries, road crashes, drowning, violence. They took 770,000 lives. One cause does not fit neatly anywhere. The gold dots you see now are COVID-19. It killed 493,000 people here in 2021. It's the worst year on the continent. But these three groups hide the question that matters most. How old were the people who died? So let's sort the same 8.3 million dots by age instead. 2.7 million of them were children under 5. That is 1 out of every 3 deaths. For children under 5, this chart is hard to look at. Malaria killed 450,000 children. It is the single biggest killer of African children, and we have known how to prevent it for almost 100 years. Lung infections, mostly pneumonia, killed 427,000. Vaccines could have prevented most of these deaths. Preterm birth took 381,000 babies. Diarrheal disease, which a 30-cent packet of salt can treat, took 281,000. Birth asphyxia, when a baby cannot breathe during delivery, took 280,000. Just 5 causes killed more than 1.8 million children in a single year. And the cheapest, best proven interventions in public health are aimed at exactly this list. Here's some good news. If a child makes it past 5, the next 10 years are the safest stretch of a human life. Deaths dropped to about 463,000. That is less than a fifth of the under 5 number. The causes change too. Infections are still on the list, but everyday accidents start climbing. Road injuries and drowning. Look at the second bar. After lung infections, biggest single threat to a school-aged child is a road accident. No doctor and no vaccine can fix that. From 15 to 49, the years of working and raising families, the picture changes completely. HIV/AIDS is still the number one killer of working-age Africans. It took 245,000 lives in this age group, 30 years after good treatment became available. Tuberculosis killed 146,000, road injuries 105,000, COVID-19 98,000 in this age group in 2021 alone. Violence took 92,000 more, suicide 49,000. Still in this age group, about 151,000 women died from complications of pregnancy and childbirth. The world has agreed on a target for making these deaths rare. Today, 4 African countries meet it. 43 do not. Past 50, the picture shifts again. A different kind of death starts filling the chart. Look at the top of the chart. COVID-19 was the single biggest killer at this age in 2021. Right behind it came ischemic heart disease and hemorrhagic stroke, the diseases which countries spent 50 years learning to manage, and tuberculosis and HIV still have not let go. By 70 and older, heart disease and the 2 kinds of stroke together cause more than 1 in 4 deaths. And COVID-19 is still near the top here, over 200,000 deaths among Africans over 70 in 2021. One detail is worth a pause. Most strokes in Africa are hemorrhagic, the bleeding kind. That is what years of untreated high blood pressure does to blood vessels. In rich countries, it is mostly the opposite, the clotting kind. Ischemic stroke is more common. Now put all the 5 age groups side by side, each stretched to 100%. The red share, the disease of poverty, shrinks as people get older. The purple share, the diseases of aging, grows. They trade places in the working years. Africa is the only continent carrying both burdens at once. Children are still dying of the old diseases of poverty. At the same time, older adults are dying of the diseases of rich countries. Most health systems were built to handle one of these burdens. African health systems are being asked to handle both at once, with far less money per person. Let's come back to the children one last time. The interventions that would prevent most of these deaths are shockingly cheap. A bed net costs $3, a full course of childhood vaccines about $40, a packet of oral rehydration salt 30 cents, a trained birth attendant about $50. Preventing heart disease or cancer later in life costs far, far more. But these cheap wins for children are still not happening at full scale, right here where they are needed most. The missing piece is getting these tools to every family, finding the money to pay for it. The next outbreak will come. The press conferences and emergency teams will spring into action, and they should. It will look like this again. A small cluster of gold dots with the whole world watching. The causes that take far more lives year after year will not be as visible in the news. They're in the charts you have just watched.